Hey Saber fans, welcome back. This is Adam from Force Sabers. Really excited to present you with this Ultrasabers rebuild. So this was commissioned by Jedi Master Vega. Really happy to be able to work on this one and for him to give me the opportunity to do so. So if you can tell, the original Saber is a Ultrasabers Azure Savior. It had this blue anodizing up here at the top. So the general design and the discussion that we had was to take the saber, and he sent me a video actually of a blue volcanic sulfur eruption, which was super cool. So it kind of gave me the idea of the paint scheme and design that he wanted. He wanted to keep with this blue kind of burnt design. So it took a couple of liberations with the paint scheme on kind of what to do with the top here, and I'll go over that in a minute and kind of what I did with it. I've been really liking this paint scheme I've been doing with these Ultra Saber and Saber Forge rebuilds. I think it comes out really cool, makes it unique and different. I can't say I've seen too many people, or if anybody, really kind of do this design, and I just really like the way it comes out. I like the uniqueness of it, and I think it works with these sabers. So inside, real fast before we get to the outside, is a Crystal Focus 10 soundboard. It has a in-Hilt LED, so you get all the cool colors and effects. Lockup, blaster, smooth swing. The Crystal Focus 10 is a really awesome board. If you don't know what it is, it's a premium board, so you get all the nice features that you want in a lightsaber soundboard. Also, you have a chassis with the 18650 rechargeable battery, a recharge port, 28mm bass speaker, and then you have access to your SD card, so you can update and change fonts and stuff like that if you like to. So I think I have 20 sound fonts I installed on this one. Some are smooth swing, some are regular. It's a nice mixture of both, but you can switch those out pretty easily if you like to, or upgrade them. So with the design of this one, I was thinking he wanted to keep this blue anodizing up here. So of course it's very bright on the original Saber, as you can see up in the picture. So I wanted to tone that down to match the Saber itself and to mix everything in. So this is what we came up with here. So I started at the emitter here. I wanted to keep this chrome up here, a little bit more of it, and then put some weathering in here. Now you wanted about a medium mixture of weathering on this one, so did a couple of techniques with this, and a couple of different ones which I haven't done on other sabers, which I think came out pretty cool, and I'll show you a couple of those little details soon. So took all this, painted it black, sanded it down, has all this detail in the top here, these marks, sanded it in like a circle to make these designs in this chrome, and then flip this around here for a second, and then took it and dremeled in all these edges here. He wanted the inside kind of kept some of the blue, so I kept that for the most part, toned it down, put some black in there to really give it this burn effect that we were going for. And then I did a gold and bronze to give it different just a paint design with it. I thought it came out really cool, make it a little bit different than just a straight blue. And then it mixes in really well with this cool anodizing of this lighter blue underneath. You have the windows for a cool shine through. You can see all the weatherings in there. Sanded down in different areas. Even underneath in all these little grooves. So tons of detail, tons of variation of color and damage. Like I said, it really, all my sabers like to try to tell a story, or at least kind of come up with a generalized story so you can kind of create one on your own. Some more damage here. So I love this variation of color of gold, to this lighter blue to this gold again. And it's even darker in person. It's always hard to kind of get the exact colors on camera, but I think it even comes out better in person. But it's a little bit darker than what it is on here, and it does give a burn effect. So down to the blue area. So with this one, it came out really cool. The LED actually sits right below this, so when you turn it on, and you'll see that when I fire this up, you get a shine through on this hole through that cuts through the aluminum into the saber. It's obviously by design. And then if you can even see all these little details, I dremeled these in, so as if something hit the saber and then split out from the center. And then I took it and even twirled, kind of almost did like this circular design into the saber. It's a little hard to see there, but you even get some of the black that kind of goes down in there. Give a little bit more of a burn. Some new paint I found with this one too. Flip this around again here. Is it's this blue, metallic blue, and like a black mixed together. So there's a dry brush over this as well that kind of makes that pop. Kind of see it on all these curves and stuff like that here on the edges. So this was a greebly that came with this. Painted that to match. Of course, we have to have our retention screw for our LED, so that's locked in place there. Added that in. A little more damage, variations in color. If you notice, I try to keep the blue underneath where it's scratched away by the damage, not just kind of haphazardly randomized around there. Actually does have a purpose and a story with it. So this is something different I did. I was thinking of like hot rock or molten lava kind of pinging off the side. So I did these kind of three I don't know, indentations in here, but they're cut in a way that it almost looks like it hits and kind of cracks a little bit and then slid down the side. Another one over here. Small one in the back, just kind of pings. And then down to the wrap. So if you've seen my other ones on the Ultrasabers, since Ultrasabers are a bigger hilt, I don't think the leather wraps look right with them. They just make it too thick. So I found this wrap I've been doing, which I've been really loving on these Ultrasaber rebuilds. I incorporated on my own one I did recently on another build, and then of course on this one as well. And I love the way it comes out. It makes it just kind of fit and organic with the hilt, and I think it just fits. So it's a wrap, and then it's all weathered down. It's actually this lighter color. You can kind of see here a little bit. And then I weather it down with a brown and then a black on top of that to really kind of give it, as if you're holding it, the dirt and grime that kind of gets onto it. And I think it fits. Super tight on here, the way it's wrapped. And then it doesn't add, as you can see, barely any thickness to the hilt, to not make it any thicker than it already is. So if you don't know, this is based off the Darth Revan hilt, which I'm a huge fan of. I've never dealt with this version, Ultrasabers version of this hilt, and I really like it. It's a beast of a hilt. As you can see, it's pretty decent size, as a lot of their hilts are, but I think it really fits with this. I have another one by Saber Forge, which is a lot smaller, but I really like these bigger hilts. It makes it look more powerful. I don't know, personal preference, I guess. But so we have the CoverTech wheel here. So this was also the same anodized blue as in the emitter area. So weathered that down, sanded down parts, put a dry brush on the top. So the little grooves there. Retention screw for the chassis. And it's all dark and weathered in these grooves here. Down to the pommel. So this is not the original pommel that came with it. Jedi Master Vega was not a fan of the original pommel. And I would have to agree with him. Didn't really like the way that looked as well. So we went with this custom Saber shop pommel, which actually works a lot better because the chassis and the speaker can fit right into the pommel. So you get a better sound resonance with it. More weathering. Blue down there as well. More chipping on the sides, all these edges here. Couple little cracks. Switched out. Well, he actually gutted the Saber, so just put a black 16mm switch in here. A little bit of weathering there on top. So let's get into the guts of the Saber here. Get my Allen key. So we're just going to loosen this up here a bit. Unscrew the pommel. Definitely keep it horizontal. You don't want to keep it vertical or anything like that. The pommel is just going to slide out on you. This retention screw is what keeps it tight in there. When it's loosened, you got some play in there. So you don't have to hit it on anything. You don't have to tap it or yank it out. It's got some free play in there. That's why I include this in here. So we have our kill key, battery, soundboard, and then it's all the wiring and everything is all nice and secure in here. So let's pull the kill key. Darth Vader font there. Now I have a fire font on here, which I'm going to go to. Smoothswing font. So we're just going to line up the side here with this retention screw. Slide the screw the pommel back on here. Now the nice thing too is because it kind of floats inside a little bit before you tighten down the retention screw. If you wanted to bring down the chassis a little more into the pommel area, you can. I think I got a little spun there. Yep, it did. So if you're tightening it down and you don't get any resistance on the retention screw, then you know the chassis spun a bit. There we go. So you get some tension there. The reason for that is so when you tighten this down and you don't get any resistance, it means the chassis spun a little bit on the inside, and you don't want to screw into the battery or into the soundboard. So as long as you get that tension there, you're good to go. And look, and it's all locked in place. You get no wiggle. So you get the cool shine through here on the windows. And then shine through here as well. Smooth swing. There we go. We'll focus there, so you can see where the LED sits right about back here, so you get this cool shine through this damage here. And it comes out pretty awesome. And on top of the windows as well. So let's get to the fire font here. Hold down the button.
Sound bank selection.
There you go. Just keep holding it till you get to the prompt.
Like
young Rey, Lord Vega, Metropolis.
Jedi, prepare.
This is General Kenobi.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Cyber assassin.
Frozen winds.
Okay, I think this is the one. It's way down there. Yep, that's it. So this is a pretty cool font. And to switch the colors, just do a little press and rotate. Let's go to blue here. So this really does have a cool burn sound to it. Pretty cool font. And some of the fonts do have backtracks with them. I don't believe this one does. But there's a whole bunch on here. Mess around with the Saber. Definitely have a good time with it. Get a good feel for it and everything. I hope you enjoy it. I think it came out really awesome. Definitely with these different transitions in color and damage and everything. I think he's definitely going to enjoy this one. Hope he has many years of fun with it. And as always, make a comment, subscribe. Lots of new cool sabers. Still working on my Red Hood saber, which should be coming out soon. And then, of course, we have the giveaway as well. Make sure you leave a comment down for that so you have a chance to win. And as always, take care and God bless.